Well, welcome to the Savage Nation. It's an amazing day because a couple of things have happened. We're going to talk about shifts in tectonic plates, both politically and, of course, geologically. The shift in tectonic plates beneath the island of Haiti has left hundreds of thousands without houses. God knows how many are dead. There's devastation all over the streets of Haiti after a powerful earthquake crushed thousands of structures. And, of course, this has led to some bizarre statements, including the most bizarre coming from Pat Robertson, saying that the reason the Haitians were struck by the earthquake is because they made a pact with the devil to overthrow their French colonialists. So that's crazy. But talking about a tectonic shift in the political plates, the Daily Telegraph of London has again compiled a list of the top liberals and the top conservatives in America. And I'm pleased to tell you that the paper moved Savage up 16 spots this year to number 47. Now, you say, well, that's pretty good, but what does it really mean? It's interesting to me because Michael Savage moving up 16 spots on the Telegraph list needs to be seen in context. Savage beat out Lou Dobbs at number 79, Ann Coulter at 74, Chris Ruddy at 64, and Bill O'Reilly, poor dear, at number 85. With 10 million listeners, they say, the Berkeley PhD is the third most listened to conservative talk show host in the U.S. and has written more than 25 books, including Banned in Britain, Beating the Liberal Blacklist, available only on michaelsavage.com. Incidentally, we just got our second printing in this week. Savage shot to attention in Britain last year when Jackie Smith, then Home Secretary, included Savage's name in a list of 16 people who would be barred from entering merry old England on the grounds that they were considered to be engaging in unacceptable behavior. Now, ladies and gentlemen, would you believe that speech has now become behavior to the radical left? But if you think that speech as behavior is limited to England, you're mistaken. It's also considered behavior in North Korea, in Syria, and Iran. And so your good friends in England are no longer practicing the liberalism that you may think, but they're practicing a sort of soft despotism. And to link Michael Savage up with skinheads who were killing people in Russia, to put me in league with Hamas murderers who killed the little Jewish children in front of their parents by smashing in their head with a rifle, I say, what does that say about the government of England? It says more about them than it says about me, he told Smith. So there you are, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I beat O'Reilly and all of the other wonderful people on the right side of things. And I don't know how they come to these things, but they're absolutely right. I really should be, I would say, in the top three rather than the number they gave me. But all right, what does it matter? There's a couple of other stories. Not to me, the biggest story is what Pat Robertson said. It's one thing to say that Haiti was devastated by a quake. That we understand is due to shifts in the tectonic plates beneath the nation. But for Pat Robertson to go off and say that the reason the Haitians were picked on is because they swore a pact with the devil is frightening. And if you want to know why Christians, particularly born-again Christians, are feared, reviled by the liberal left, why people on the left will still stick with Obama even though he's such a horrible leader, why they're afraid to move over to the conservative right, you don't have to go any further than Pat Robertson, who says they've been cursed because they swore a pact with the devil. In fact, listen right now on the Savage Nation.
Something happened a long time ago in Haiti, and people may not want to talk about it. They were under the heel of the French. Napoleon III and whatever. And they got together and swore a pact to the devil. They said, we will serve you if you'll get us free from the French. It's a true story. And so the devil said, okay, it's a deal. And they kicked the French out. The Haitians revolted and got themselves free. But ever since, they have been cursed by one thing after the other.
Yeah, that's it.
That island of Hispaniola is one island. Mm-hmm. It's cut down the middle. On the one side is Haiti. On the other side is the Dominican Republic. Yeah. Dominican Republic is prosperous, healthy, full of resorts, etc. Haiti is in desperate poverty. Same island. Sure. They need to have, and we need to pray for them, a great turning to God.
I don't know who recorded this, but something's wrong here. All right, so he comes up with the religious interpretation, which is not religious at all. It's crackpot. The first thing that he made a mistake in is that the Haitians got their independence during Napoleon I's reign, 60 years before Napoleon III, so he was wrong about that. And to say that Pat Robertson says that a natural disaster is due to the fact that they made a pact with the devil is sickening. It frankly is sort of racist. It's ignorant of the lowest order, and it brings shame upon the Christian community. But now let's go to his next statement that if you divide the island and you look at to the Dominican Republic and they're doing great, well, he's wrong about that as well. I mean, comparatively, they're doing a little better. But the Dominican Republic is not doing great. It's just by comparison to Haiti. The fact of the matter is that Haiti's poverty, in my opinion, is not due to its pact with the devil, but it's due to its left-wing policies, its refusal to produce scientists and engineers who can save the soil rather than rape the soil. The devil is irrelevant to Haiti's poverty. So if you'd like to interpret this for me, if you'd like to comment on what Pat Robertson said or on the fact that I've been moved up 16 points on the most influential conservative list, you can call me at 1-800-449-8255. Ralph in New York, go ahead, please. You're first up on the Savage Nation from WOR.
Good evening, Dr. Savage. This is outright bigotry on the part of Pat Robertson. This man has a history of making offhand comments. I remember during the time when was the leader in Israel, was it Yitzhak?
Yes. Yeah, Rabin was assassinated. What, did he blame the Israelis for it?
No, he mentioned something like because they stay away from God or something to that effect.
Oh, are you yourself Haitian?
Well, no, I'm not, sir. I'm an Asian American.
Well, don't you find what Pat Robertson said not only stupid but offensive?
Bigotry. There is a bigotry factor involved in that as well.
Well, how ignorant can you get? So what about the people of Thailand in 2004? Did they make a pact with the devil too? Now, what about all the Jews who were killed, the 6 million Jews who were killed in the Holocaust? Is that because they made a pact with the devil? Or, what is this guy, nuts? I hate to bring up my brother's name, but God bless my brother who died a long time ago, Jerome. He was born handicapped. Was he born that way because he committed a sin in birth? What's wrong with this man? This kind of throwback mentality is what gives the evangelical movement a terrible, terrible reputation. And I'm afraid what drives otherwise decent-thinking people into the hands of charlatans like Obama. That's the whole reason that I'm bringing this up. I don't want anyone listening to this show to think in any way that a man of science such as myself would agree with this nut. 1-800-449-8255. Let's again talk about that. The Haiti situation. A pact with the devil? The whole country? Every child? This is frightening. This is really, really frightening. Now, it is true that the French were ousted by the slaves, and it was one of the only successful slave revolts in history. However, after they threw the French out, owing to very poor leadership and corruption, they denuded their land of topsoil. In fact, to this day, one of the chief forms of energy in Haiti is firewood. So we have a real problem here. And I think that people ought to help the Haitian people instead of attacking them in their time of need. A pact with the devil. Can you believe this? 1-800-449-8255. God's wrath had nothing to do with this. This is strictly due to tectonic plates. I'll be right back.
Savage.